So today we have started the Java installation. The Java system got successfully installed here. Java service has been successfully installed here. You can see. So after the installation, so Java system is up and running here. So same as like above system, it created the same as like above system, it created the Java instance in the two instances created. So same as like here. So message server, NQ server in the SCS instance, message server, NQ server gateway, we got it here. So same here in the application server instance, we got it here, Java application server here. In the Java application, here we have only process like ICM and server 0, ICM and server 0 here. So for Java, sorry, above, we have the dialog, work process, update, background, like that, we have the work process here. But when it comes to the Java, we have only ICM and server 0 nodes are available here. Here we have the process list, Java process lists are available here, right? So in the mix two instances, same as like above, here also it will create the two instances. One is the Java SCS instance. In the SCS instance, we have the message server, NQ server gateway, and Java application server instance. In the Java application server instance here, so we have the ICM and server nodes are available. ICM and the server nodes are available here. ICM and server nodes are available here. So this ICM will take the request from the browser, will hand over to the server 0. Server 0 will process the request here. In the system, we can create more than one server nodes also. We can create it to handle the load. But each server node is required the 8 GB of minimum 4 GB memory is required. More GB free RAM memory is required to configure the SSO configurations and everything here. To configure the SSO configuration, so minimum these things are required here. Minimum these things are required in the systems here, right? So this is the thing we have to do it in the systems, right? So once the Java it is installed here, once the system is installed here, you see here. So here our system is up and running. Up and running is fine. You can see we can access the Java systems via URLs only. Via URLs only we can access the same. URL means the host name and the fire1 in fire instance number 00 instance number is the 10. Then so that this is the Java home page, SAP application server. So our Java home page here. In the home page, so first of all, let's talk about the system information here. System information here. If you go to the administrator user, which is created by default, the password, here we can see the system components related details and everything here. System components related details here. System components means what version of the system is installed. So all the information we can see it here. What version of the system is installed. Then we can see the all the details and everything. Why it is showing like this? The browser issue. Something wrong. See here, the page is opening like this here. Java pages normally should not open like this. The Java pages. So the home page is opening like this, and Java pages should not be like that here. So let me open in the incognito mode. So something is happened wrong. Yeah, it's opening correctly. So something browser problem. Just 1 minute. Let me bring the charger. Yeah, it's opening. So there is some browser cache issue or something. Here you can see the system information tab here. In the above, how we have the system components, system status, you will get the what are the components, what are the product versions you have installed. It will give you the all the information here. In the here also you can see the system details here, right? So you can see these all are the components, ADS components and Ajax runtime. These all are the so Java components here. These all are the Java components here. Collection of all the components are called the one Java system here. In the Java system, if you install the ADS component, this is called the ADS system. In the same system, if you install the BI. In the same system, if you install the EP component, this is the EP system here, right? So we have selected yesterday the enterprise portal and the above system we have done it. So these systems, these are installed here, right? So here you can see the component version here. So 1000, which means 1.0. Each component there is a version here. Each and every component there is a version here. Collection of all these 89 components are called the one Java system here, right? One Java system here. In SAP also we can see these components here. If you go to the system status here in the SAP in the system status here, you can see the all the components, right? Above components. These all are the above components here. But here in the table, they have clearly articulated each and everything here. But in the above system also, you see the Java components here. Java also, there is a collection of components also here. Each component, there is a version. We can also do how the above systems will do the upgrade, like spam, send, some tool here also we can use some tools here to do the upgrading this component. Component means a list of functionalities here. We can also do the upgrade of these components and everything here. Upgrade of these components and everything. This is the system information tab. In the system information, we can see it here. What is the database? What is the database driver versions here? SES version, port numbers and instance details. So ports, HTTP port, HTTPS ports, telnet ports, ports related Java VM parameters, all the information we can see it here. Also, we can also download in the spreadsheet, and we can sometimes SAP will ask you to. So if any issues in the Java system, the first place SAP will ask you, please provide your component information, your component information details here. Just we will select this component information, then we'll provide this one here, right? That is the one thing here, system information, right? So user management, same as like SE01, here also we have the user managements are available here. Here we have the list of users like administrator user. So J2EE underscore admin users, some of the users will be created here as well. So here also Java default users are available. If you want to create the users here, you click on the create the user here, just to provide the user ID here, whatever the user ID, suppose like a basis user, define the initial password, then passwords. So we can set here. So right, we can set the password. We can also upload the photo of the user. So we can also upload the photo. So if any photo you want to upload it, you can also upload the photo of the. So you can also upload it. Right. So photo of the user, last name, first name. So all the details we can fill it out. Click on the save button. So that is also possible. So user also created here. So we can also create the UME. UME means Java UME, separate users. All we can instead of maintaining the multiple users creation here, we can also map this user management to the above in the identity management configuration. So we can also map this user, which means instead of creating the separate user for the Java, so if you just change the user management to the above system, whatever the above system users you have in the ECD system, whatever the user ID password you are using above system, same user ID password you can also use for this Java systems as well. You no need to dedicatedly create the users here, right? That is a UME repointing, UME mapping, UME repointing activities here, UME repointing activities here. That's we can do it here, right? That is the activities we can do it in the systems. So this is the activities we can perform in the systems here, right? So this is the UME repointing and everything. If the user is locked, unlocked, normally in the SAP security, if we copy the user, locking, unlocking, generating the new password. So all those things we can do it here. Same way we can do it here as well here, right? So this is the UME pointing. This and all are not much required. So only thing is here, the main thing is the NWA, NetWeaver Administrator, right? This is the page normally we work here. This is the page every time we will open this one. So normally if the home page is opening means the Java system is up and running. If the home page is working fine means our Java system is up and running fine. If the home page is not opening, our Java system is not up. So that is the main thing. With the URLs are working. So as part of the daily monitoring, we will come to here. We will check the URL. If this URL is working fine, Java system is up and running fine here. That's what we will do it in the real time here. The first page here in the Java administration page, here you can see that this is the NetWeaver home page here, NWA. Normally here, just if you type the NWA here after the port number, this home page will be opened here. This is called the NetWeaver administrator page here. Normally we work most of the activities we do here. This and all the checking the system status information. So those things they will do it here, there. That is also we can do it from the, so in the NWA also. But the main page is the NWA. This is the page here. Main is the, this is the page here which we work on it here. NWA NetWeaver Administrator. Here, so the first one is like a availability and performance here. Here we can check the overall system status. We can see it here. Overall system overview. We can see it here. Overall how the system is initiating, how the resources consumption here. So overall system overview. Cannot initialize the UI5. UI5 is cannot be found. Okay. So there is a browser issue. That's why here system overview is not displaying. And resource monitoring. Overall, how the Java resources, log entries, performance statistics, and all the measurement reports, everything we can see it here. So any Jekyll connections are there in the system, Java connections here. If any connections are there here we can monitor the Java connections. So all those things we can see it here. If any connections are there, Java connections means we can see it here, right? Any distributed transactions are there here, right? So those things we can see it, the distributed transactions, monitoring, troubleshooting, anything we can see it here. Session management here we can find out how many sessions are so active, incoming connections currently active, and everything we can see it here. We can see it in the session management here. History reports. So like some historical history reports here. Like I want to the usage report. I want to create the new report in that Excel sheet. I want some, so the Java information, thread usage, memory usage, all the information I want to record here. Those related things we can find out in the history reports. We can find out here. History reports we can find out here. Java log entries. If any log entries here, we can see what are the SM12. Same as like SAP level, we have the SM12. We can see the Java log entries here. If anything older than this, we can just remove those log entries, right? Same as like above level SM12 here, Java logs we have to use it here. Performance statistics here, the statistics plugins, everything we can see it here. So this is the here we get message monitoring. We don't have any PIPO systems to do the monitoring of the messages processing and everything. So nothing will show here. So nothing will show here. Why? Because we don't have any connection, PI messages and PI messages overview, archiving and everything. If anything, so Java system we can also use for the PI systems also here, right? The main thing is here, operations tab, configuration tabs here. In the operation tabs here, so here we can see the start and stop of the services here. Suppose in the system, if any services are stopped status, or anything here, so here we can come and we can activate it here. Any applications or any service or stopped status here, we can restart it, we can start it, we can restart it. In the Java system, if you are using one functionality means that related functionality should be, the service should be active status here, right? Then only we can able to access. So then only we can able to see the all those things, ADS services stopped status. Then we have to start it here. Then all the ADS related things we have to start it here. We have to start it here. Some services there is a dependency. That dependency also will ask it here. So see here, this ADS services, there is a dependency of the, so some of the files here. So that dependency will got cancelled here. The dependency got failed here, right? So that is the one we can see it here, right? So this is the what we can see it a services status here, right? So the services, if anything is stopped status are working, then we can start it here in the Java stop and start Java services here. We can monitor and we can see the all those things. We can check it out here, right? This is the services and instances here. Those things in the service status we can see it here. Java. If any application, any sub service are stopped, we have to come to the here. Then you need to start that service here. If the service really required, then you can start it here. That is the here we can do it here. Databases here, nothing we will do here. Jobs, Java side also there are some internal jobs will run. Java side also there are the some internal jobs will run here. Some internal jobs. So that's some cleanup jobs here. So here these jobs are not much important. System internally it will take care of that cleanup jobs, the deletion of the logs, alerts, all those things that will be taken care by the Java scheduler here. So we don't require much on here, right? Only Java system will take care of that Java. Some of the things it will take care of that things here. Java scheduler. In SM37, how we can monitor the jobs here. Java side also here. In the Java scheduler, we can monitor these things here. We can monitor these things here. If any external schedulers here, external and third-party schedulers, those things also we can see it. External third-party scheduler, we can see it here. External third-party schedulers, if anything, we can add it here. Mean third-party job schedulers are there. So in the SAP, we have the default job scheduler is SM36 and 37. So Java side, Java scheduler. Same as like we have some third-party schedulers also we can integrate it. Third-party means it's developed by some other company providers. So those things also we can integrate into our systems here. We can also integrate to our systems here. This is called the Java job scheduler here, right? So this and all the, so normal operation side, we can just only operation side here we'll see the system starts and stop of the services. We can see it here, Java services. So configuration tab here the main thing is in the configuration single sign-on. If any SSO configuration that time, we will use this concept, single sign-on concept, we will use it. Suppose if you are trying to integrate any one of the identity provider, so in any one of the identity provider, Okta, Azure, ADFS, any SSO configurations, Kerberos, anything. So those single sign-on related things we can configure it here. Single sign-on related items, we can enable the single sign-on. There is a configuration. We can upload the data. We can upload the data to here. Single sign-on configurations here, right? So then destinations. This is the one of the important thing here. Destinations here. Destinations creation. This is the important thing here. So normally we have to create the destination in SM59. How we create the destinations here, same as like here also we create the destinations to the backend system. Suppose like I want to connect to the ECD, then you can connect to the ECD via HTTP connection or RFC connection. Suppose like RFC connection, then we can connect it here to the destination here. So what is the target host name here? So KP online 1. So what is the instance number 02? What is the SID ECD system? Suppose if anything are there here, so you can configure it. Then you can open the user ID password, client user ID password, we can create it here, right? So log on language here, client 100 client here, then user ID, then the password we can maintain here, then click on the finish, then connection is created here. So just click on the ping test, it should be successfully connected to the ECD system. So Java connection RFC destination you created. Suppose if any application you developed here, that application will refer this RFC destination to pull the data from the backend ECD system. So that's where we can create the multiple connections. We can create it here. Multiple connections we can create using the destination. Destination is like establishing a RFC connection. In SM59, how we do the Java side also we do the configuration in the destinations here. Identity management means user management we have seen here, right? So then trusted systems here, trusted systems. So trusted systems means trusting the backend systems and everything. Suppose to establish the communication between two systems. Suppose like we have the two systems here. Suppose example here, you have the front end system here. You have the front end system above, and back end system is above. The front end system is the Java. Why? Because Java is the front end for the all the user connections and everything here. Then the connection, all the users will connect to the this Java system here. This Java system will connect to the back end above system here. This should be added to that SMT1. This should be added to the SMT1 here. So this should be added to the SMT1, and this should be added to the SMT1. Then this will, so that SMT1 means trusted connections. Why? Because if any connection coming from the Java to backend above system, it should be trusted. Then this Java certificate we have to import into the above system, Java system, sorry, above certificate we have to import into the Java system. This Java certificate we have to import into the above system, vice versa exchange if you done it. Then so both are trusted. The system to system connection calls with SSO works, connection to connection. So without asking any user ID password, the SSO will be established here. SSO will be established. At that time, we will use the trusted connections here. In the trusted connections here, the main thing is we need to import the your system certificates. System certificates we have to import it to the here. System certificates means your ECD certificate into the here. Suppose example, here we have the ECD. Suppose if you need any data from the ECD system from Java, then ECD certificate we have to load into the Java system side. So any application, if you hit that connection, without asking any user ID password, it will pull the data from based upon the certificate. It will pull the data from this backend systems here. That's why just SSO2, then just to create the certificate here. So download the certificates, page 64. So here the ECD certificate, we can create it here. The certificate is created. That we can import into the here. Add the system, uploading the certificate manually. Then ECD, then client is the 100 client. Then choose the file, then ECD certificate, then ECD, then your certificate is done. So certificate is imported. Certificate is okay, right? Which means this certificate also, this as Java system certificate also, we can import into the above system side. Both the side trust will be, handshake will happen. So both the connections are trusted here. So that type of any connections, Java 2, if you are talking to the, this is the Java system. It is talking to the BW system, then BW system certificate should be here, right? If it is talking to the one of the connection called the, so some other third party system, then third party system certificate should be trusted to the here. So one interface, we can access the multiple data, multiple backend systems data, you can access it here, right? Suppose this is a banking system. This is your portal system. So whenever you do the transaction here, normally the payment purpose, it will go to the backend system, it's a server side. Then you do the transaction, then it will come to the here. But in that case, so the bank system should accept your connection, right? Trusted connection. How it will accept? Your bank certificate should be exist in the here. Then only it will accept the connections here, right? So that type of things we will do it in the, so here the certificates and keys here. Those related third-party certificates and keys we will import to the here. The system we will add to the in the trusted list here. Trusted list here. That related certificates, suppose like third-party system certificate, ICICI bank certificates, some HDFC, some other third-party servers, anything is there, right? So your connection is going to that certificate, mean that certificates we have to, so we have to take it by key store or trusted CA authority certificates are there here, trusted CAs. So you have to import that system certificate to the here. You have to, so see here, you imported the ECD certificate, the certificate is reached to the here, right? So whatever you do, that will come to the in the certificate list here. Suppose this is a system you are using. Sometimes people you are using just only this one, like SAP host name and portal. In the network level, people will create the one alias name. They will create it here. Network level alias name means, so my shoppingcart.com. myshoppingcart.com. Then if you enter this URL, this is the public level. They will keep a, they will not expose the our real host names and port numbers. Just public level, they will keep the myshoppingcart.com. Suppose like irctc.com, google.com, right? They will just keep that one. But whenever you hit this one, this will route to the real server. Real server means real SAP application server, a Java server. It will route the real server. From there, you will get the screens, all the screens, you will get it out. So for users, view is different, our view is different. If you start developing, our front end view is different here. All the apps and everything will be deployed here. Our view is different here. So that view is created here. So right, but it will use the this system certificates, our configurations and everything. We can use it here. Different things we can use it here, right? That will route to the actual real server only again. That will route to the actual server only again. So that certificate, the system certificates are, if anything here, we will import to the here, the trusted CA certificates, any third party related things we will import to the here. And so the ticket by key store and the logon tickets, trusted certificates, system certificates, we will import to the here. And so SAML2 certificates to be here. So ICM certificates, related certificates, we will into the respective folders here, right? Respective folders here. SSL, HTTPS configuration here. So normally we are using only HTTP configuration here. HTTP, this is HTTP only. So, but HTTP is not secure. If you want to enable the HTTPS here, then what we have to do, we need to configure the HTTPS ports. We have to configure. Port configuration means again, we need to create a CSR request. That request we have to import to the here. HTTPS certificate means here 443 certificates, 443 certificates, suppose like, so port number, any port number you can keep it here, any port number. If you keep it here, so it will restart the ICM will be restarted. So later we can restart the ICM. So the 443 certificate here, which means without, if HTTP connection will work, HTTP the connection, just we can just provide the without any port number, just host name, HTTPS colon host name, then this will work here. See, it is already working. So it is already working here. But so certificate is untrusted. Certificate is not trusted one. There is no certificates or nothing, just you created untrusted certificates. So it cannot be reached here. We need to restart the system here. Then SSL key compliance will be come into the picture here, right? But in the real time, in the genuine certificate, we will come to know that button and everything here, right? So this is the certificates related, the configuration, security certificates related things here. Trusted certificates, system certificates, and keys, destinations, all those things we can see it here in the security. So if you go to the infrastructure here, the ADS configurations we want to perform, we can perform the ADS configuration, ADS services, ADS key import. So ADS key we can import the ADS key here. So those things we will do it. ADS licensing concept here, ADS configuration, Adobe Documentum Services configurations and everything here, right? So application resources means, so this is also normally we won't use this one. Services, ADS service is active or not, CTS plus services here. So those services details we can see it here, right? Jaco connections details here, Java Jaco RFCs details here, licenses, system Java licenses. In SAP above, S license is the transaction code to apply the license. Java side also there is a license tab. Here Java is not the transaction code based here, just tabs based here. If you don't remember anything here, so there is a one way to trick is here, search bar is there here, search. So just to type here, suppose the license. If you type it, all the license related things will come. If you type it here, the stop and start button, then stop and start will come. So here you no need to worry about the navigations and everything here. So only thing is this can be possible or not. Yes, this can be possible. Then we need to come to here. So then we need to type it here. Maybe if you type it, only few tabs only, that if you type it here, all will come. Destinations, we know already this is there, right? Inter language and time zone references, Jaco RFC, Java connection providers, licenses, message server details here, SLD. So one of the important thing is SLD configuration here. SLD configurations we have to perform in the systems here. So SLD we will enable it later. So Java system properties. So the detail, the profiles and the parameters. These are the SAP system detail, your Java system related properties, parameters, all the configurations are here. Java properties and everything is here. Configurations. So log configuration, Java system properties here, how many threads we have. So same as like here we have the same, like if we want to increase the threads size, buffer, parameter changes, Java related, any configuration changes here, you need to do it in the here, need to perform the details here. We have to perform the details in this system here, right? So that is the one thing we can see it here. That is the one thing. So we can see it here, right? So that is the kernel related, cluster, cache related, any configuration parameters. If you want to change it in the Java side, so you can come to here, we can do the changes here. We can come to here, we can do the changes of the Java system related things and everything here. Okay, so that is the Java properties and everything here, right? So then development infrastructure, we will development related things here. This is also not related to the enterprise content management, not related to us. Trusted systems again, system information again, it's again log configurations. And nothing from our side. Normally we won't check all those things here, only destinations, creations, certificates, licenses, SLD, I will explain it. And destination, this is the one. And in the scenarios tab, configuration wizard. So here the configuration scenarios, configuration wizard. In the SAP system, in the Java system, if you want to enable any functionalities, suppose like PO functionalities, if you want to enable it, some other functionalities, if you want to enable it here, we can go to the configuration, scenarios, configuration wizard, functional unit configuration, the respective functionalities, we can enable it here. Suppose in the SAP system, how the SFWPIO is the transaction UI5 or WFI transaction code, or SPRO, we will enable it same as like here also we can enable the transaction code here. See here initial configuration of the so work center, PI initial setup configuration here. Suppose like if we want to enable the PI functionalities here, we can perform the PI initial configuration. We can enable it here, PI initial configuration, PI system initial configuration here. Just click on the start button here. The some initial configuration related to the PI system will be enabled here. PI systems will be enabled here in this configuration, in this setup here. All right, the setup will be enabled here. So like that, so any new functionalities, if we want to enable it in the system, that new functionalities we can activate it using these systems here. Right, so just it will ask some of the user inputs and everything. If you provide the details here, then it will create the UME backend destination does not exist here. System is not a PI system, dual usage, the advanced PI systems here. The cancel process enable, so UME connections it will ask. So some kind of the mandatory stuff it will ask it here. So we have to provide the all the details and everything in the system here, all the details and everything in the system. So if you provide the details here, so system will take you to the next steps here. System will take you to the next steps and some functionalities enabling here. Here some functionalities. If you want to enable any functionalities here, we can enable the functionalities here, right? So go to the functional unit configurations here. So some of the like AEX, PO systems, BPC, ADS systems, all the functionalities here, we can enable it here. We can enable it all those things here, right? That kind of functionalities we can set up in the here in the Java system side. We can set up it here some kind of functionalities here. So here, so scenarios, in the scenarios we do this kind of setups and everything here, right? Connectivity tab, again destinations will come, connectivity tab, JECO RFC providers. So and JECO server config is under the normal. So this only thing is this is important here. Java destinations are very important here. Java destinations are very important here. Jaco destinations here, right? So and a troubleshooting part here. In the troubleshooting parts, the logs and system informations. These and all the we got it already. Same again, same will come here. Troubleshooting also. The only logs are very important here. The logs, log viewer is important in this case. This is not loaded still. It will take some time because few minutes back only we restarted the system. So logs, troubleshooting means logs checking, logs and traces here, configurations and all those things here, right? Those are the things. SOA is also destinations again, templates. So system connections here, JECO, RFC connections here, all those things are there here. If all those things are, so there's a destinations and all those things, it will be there here. So user account management, application communication, single user so these are the things here, troubleshooting. So these are the administrator tabs here. The mainly important thing is here, which you have to concentrate is here. Only first check the Java system is up and running or not. System information, user management, and the NetWeaver administrators. In the NetWeaver administrator, check the operations, start and stop. So jobs here, so and destinations, key certificates, destinations, trusted systems. So these things are very important day-to-day activity. And the logs, log viewer is important to check the logs. So remaining and all we won't touch and we won't work on this one, right? We won't work and we won't touch. So only thing is here, destinations, certificates, keys, all those things are very important here. All those things are very, very important to troubleshoot these things here. So once this is done, the main thing are here like a main thing is like a here. One is the important thing is the SLD setup, SLD and UME repointing. So Java patching, components patching and everything. So these things are very important here. UME repointing, Java patching, UME repointing, SLD, and Java monitoring, URLs monitoring and everything here. So certificates, Java certificates here, trusted systems, keys and trusted certificate only. So SSO and SAML2 code. So these things are very important here. These things are important to your day-to-day use cases here. Remaining things all we will not touch here, right? So SLD related things means just SLD. After the URL, if you type it, SLD will come. See here, SLD setup is not done. So here we need to maintain the, go to the here, just click on the initial setup SLD here. Here it will ask the object name, SAP practice, SAP practice here. Then the initial setup will be done here. So the initial setup will be done here. So only object server means SLD server we have to configure. Then click on the start the initial setup here. So it will do the initial setup. So some objects improvement. Then in the SAP side, we have to configure the two more destinations for the SLD. We want to configure the SLD here in the destination. So we have to configure the like SLD underscore client. SLD underscore client here. Here we need to configure the HTTP. Then so here HTTP colon slash slash SAP practice colon avio instance number 00. So then click on the next button here. Basic user ID password means this is the same server user ID password we are maintaining here. Then okay. Then SLD setup is done, right? 200 client. Then the next one is called the SLD data supplier. So SLD configuration. how the initial SLD we have to do the configuration here. To perform the initial SLD configuration, we need to start the SLD initial setup object server. Then two destinations we have to create it here. One is the SLD client and second one is the SLD. So data supplier configurations. We have to do the setup here. Data supplier configuration. We have to do the setup here. So here http://SAP practice, then file instance number 00. So basic user ID password means administrator. So we have to two setups. We have to do it with the same destination, same URL. We have to give it to the here. So it is configured, right? So then what we have to do here, go to the SLD. There is a data supplier URL here. Just click on the collect and send the data here. So then it will send the data to the SLD. It will send the data to the SLD here. Automatically, it will send the data to the SLD here. But this requires the two destinations you need to configure it here. Two destinations you have to configure it in the systems. That is what we have to do it.
Sir, what is exactly the use of SLD and this SLD data configuration?
So SLD client is, this is the, so SLD, okay, SLD system. So which means SLD client. So suppose like this is the Java server, right? Java server we can maintain as a SLD also. So Java system, multiple users, SLD, ADS. SLD means all the system landscape systems are here available here. So this is the ABAP system. This is your ABAP system. All your system details should be registered into the SLD. In that case, SLD client. Then, so this ABAP systems, when you push it, when you push the data, so it will reach to the this SLD server. Means all the above systems data, it will come to the technical system details are available here. See, we just push it out. Our NGP, our Java system details are in the SLD. Same as like all your above system, Java system, any system third party. So then how can we know your client has the hundreds of systems? Then how can we know all the systems in the one centralized directory? So this is the here in the system landscape directory here SLD. All the systems should be populated here. What is the version? What is the client? How many? All the systems are here. So to transfer the data between the systems, all the systems should come to in this place here. So that we have enabled it here. What is the component version? Everything will be available here. So your SLD is coming to here, right? So synchron. So here to come the two details to the here, the SLD client and data supplier. Data supplier is like same system. The SLD is data supplier is to transferring the your system data to here. Client is just to client. Client is means just a main here. So this is the SLD, like that we are giving the recognition to the this SLD here. So via data supplier, this above will send the data to here. And this is also send the data to here. This is also will send the data to here. The same system also will send the data to here, right? So then, so that's why data supplier, like that we created the one RFC destination. We send the details to the here. SLD details, we send the details to the here, right? Data supplier to send the data to the SLD here. So it will recognize it here. So this is the SLD. So this is the Java SLD for PO systems SLD. So multiple SLD SIDs we can maintain here. Multiple SIDs we can maintain it here. Okay, that is the SLD setup here. So we just created the SLD setup. Just we have enabled the initial setup here. The initial setup we have done it. Now, so yeah, initial setup we have done it. So it's importing, I think, synchronizing. So that's done. SLD is up and running here. To stop, you can stop the SLD. Sometimes you can start the SLD. You can also start the SLD, right? SLD, system landscape directory here. All your system related details are here. All your system related details are here in the SLD here, right? So system landscape. So basically, why? Because these details are required for the solution manager. Solution manager will take the systems details from the this SLD. The PI, PO systems will take the details from the SLD. So that's why SLD is very important for the every organization. So why? Because all the system details are here. We have one system, one system. Our ECC system details, NW1 system details also we can keep it to the here. SLD. SLD means, so suppose if you are in the ECC here, then go to the RZ70. Okay. In the RZ70, just maintain the SAP practice and the details here. Just push the data here. Then your ECD system also will be registered into the your SLD system here. All systems in the centralized place here. All the systems are in centralized place here. Right, it is pushing the data. So after some time, your ECD system also will come to here, NW1 system also, then ECP also will come to here. So that you have to push the data. So you have to maintain the SLD system details. It will push the data to the here. It will transfer the data here. So for this one, we have to maintain the SLD API cust details. We have to maintain here. That we have to, the details are wrong here. SAP, not the migration. SAP host name is the SAP practice here. Okay, SAP practice are here. So SLD works correctly. Then if you wait for some time, so the details will come to in this list here, SLD. If you wait for some time and refresh, it will come to here. Okay, so do the SLD configuration from your ECD NW1 ECP system should be registered into this SLD system, the trusted configuration list, and also you work on the NWAs or some, you can just check the destinations creation. Also create the destinations to the ECP. So and the NW1 system, create the destination. This is one of the thing you need to do. Create the connect. I have done for the ECD, same way ECP and NW1 create the connections, right? Then your SAP2, you have a lot of work to do in the SAP2 and create the HTTP connections to the, so your Java systems here maintain the target host and that in service number can just ping the details. All those things you can map it here. Okay. So these things you have to do it. So SLD from front to top. So certificates, all those things you can perform it for today. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see the UME repointing and remaining details. Okay.